Greetings, everyone, and welcome. Sri Lanka won the toss and asked West Indies women to take strike in their first ODI international in qualification for the 2025 ODI World Cup. West Indies made 197 all-out, Ailey Matthews 38, Rashada Williams 6, Sherman Campbell 27, Stephanie Taylor 33, Shady Nation 6, Henry batting as high as number 6. Yes, Chanel Henry batted as high as number 6 in this West Indies team. She made 13, Alleyne 14, Fletcher 5, Zayda James batted at number 7, batted at number 9, she made 7, Ramharack 14, and Connell 9. So West Indies asked to take first strike, made 197 all out as Sri Lanka ripped through the heart of the West Indies batting, with Kavisha Dilhari getting 3 for 41, and she was well supported by Chamari, who got 3 for 30. So Chamari 3 for 30 from her 9 overs, and Kavisha Dilhari 3 for 41 from 9.1 overs. At the moment, Sri Lanka are cruising towards victory. They are 151, 152 for 3. Gunaratne was caught on ball Alleyne for 40. Chamari Athapaththu, she made 38. Samarawickrama, she's not out on 25. Dilhari, the spinner who got 3 wickets for 41 runs, she made duck. She batted all of 7 deliveries, was unable to get off the mark before she charged on the pitch, and Rashada Williams completed the stumping. Perera, she's also at the crease on 25. So these two have added 51 runs thus far. Sri Lanka were 101 for 3, and West Indies at that stage was well in the game. They need a further 45 runs to win with 7 wickets in hand, and it will be very interesting to see if West Indies can pull it back from here. It doesn't make any sense about lambasting about the selection of the team. I'm not happy with it, but it is what it is. And so let us see if we can carry these girls to victory. Sri Lanka only need 44 runs at this time, but we're going to try and see what happened, as that one was bowled by Taylor to Samarawickrama, and she drives it into the offside, and there is no run. So the score remains at 154 for 3. Perera is on 27, and Samarawickrama, she's on 28. The cut can't be down to third man. It goes off the edge, and it beats Fletcher at backward point, and it goes into the third man boundary for 4. So Perera will move up now to 31. Samarawickrama remains on 26. It was short outside the off stump. She cut it in the air, away from backward point, down to the boundary for 4. And that now will push the score up to 158 for 3. 158 for 3. Sri Lanka definitely large and in charge of this match. It's going to be very interesting because at this stage, forward comes Perera as Taylor tossed that one up on the off stump, and the batsman, she just came onto the front foot and blocked it into the offside, and there is no run. So there's a drinks break. So I join you just at the drinks break so I can go through the card in more detail. Welcome to the show. Sapkota, how are you? Talk on Nepal cricket, how they play in Barbados. Sapkota, I would love to do that, but this is a West Indies match going on, so I have to stick to this. But definitely I'm going to cover Bangladesh final match. I think it's against Bangladesh, not Nepal. Nepal will play Bangladesh, I believe, in their final match, and I will do a live watch along on that one, and I will talk about Nepal in that one. But right now, this is a West Indies fan channel. I'm really happy that you are here. You are the first one to comment in the chat. It's at this moment, there's only 6 of you watching, and you are the first one to comment into the chat. But I'm happy that you are here. But it's a West Indies fan channel, so we have to stick with the West Indies cricket, especially that the women team are playing. But we are definitely going to cover Nepal. I do like the Nepal team. I like them a lot. I'm telling you the truth. I definitely like the Nepal team. Probably just inexperience why they lost the match last night. They should have won that match. I don't know how they lost that match, going down by 1 run to South Africa. It was a very interesting match. And, you know, to see that they were able to restrict South Africa to 115, one would have thought that they would have certainly got to the 115, but they only reached 114. Unfortunately, the captain, he made ducks. I think Pardel, the captain, their main batsman for Nepal, made a ducks yesterday. So going back to this match, yes, Sri Lanka won the toss and asked West Indies to take first strike. So the West Indies playing 11 was Matthews, Williams, Campbelle, Taylor, Nation, Henry, who batted, as I said at the beginning, as high as number 6. And that tells you that if Chanel Henry is batting as high as number 6, this cannot be a proper team. I would have said much about the selection of this team. And now that the team is actually playing, it is time for me to support the team. And I do not want to criticize the selection, but it's very hard to support a team where the selection is very poor. We are always going to have our different opinions on who should be the team. Say, for example, in the match coming up for the West Indies men team, if they put in Hetmeyer or Hope for Johnson Charles, you may not want that change. You may want Johnson Charles in the team. And on another hand, you may want Hetmeyer or Hope in the team. You can understand that. Whosoever play, you are going to support them. But if they go for, say someone is injured from the West Indies team, and they call up Jordan Johnson instead of Meyers or Fletcher or any one of those, although you're going to support the player that they call up, the selection is going to still hard to support because they would have bypassed Meyers, bypassed Fletcher, and so on. It's the same thing here with this West Indies women team. We support them, yes, because they are our team. But the choice of players are so far away from who should be in the mix for a selection. But let's get back to the cricket. Yes, Sri Lanka now 158 for 3. So Matthews made 38, Williams 6, Campbell 27. Williams has certainly been having a very poor run. So Ramharack round the wicket, bowls to Samarawickrama, and she plays at this one and misses, and it goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. So 158 for 3, Sri Lanka looking to get Ramharack round the wicket, bowl to Samarawickrama. She swept this away, down back with a square leg to the field and the boundary. That's Nation. She sends the return in. They go through for a single, 159 for 3 now. Please slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. I'm very glad that you are here. West Indies 197 all out. Sri Lanka women in reply 159 for 3. As Ramharack coming to Perera, who leaves it alone to go through outside the off stump. Rashada Williams collect, and there is no run. Yet to get a wicket, this outstanding Ramharack. She comes in again, round the wicket, bowls to Perera, slips in Matthews, who look to sweep, taken on the helmet. It comes off the body and hit her on the helmet grill. I think they're going to call out the physio. That's the normal procedure. The physio has to come out and check the helmet. Let's see if it will happen. She's pointing that it hit her on her shoulder, but they are delaying the play. Let's see here now. She went for the sweep shot. It came off the gloves, hit her on the helmet. She's quite okay, but protocol dictates that they check it, yes, and the umpires have called out the physio to check her. So let's go through the West Indies scorecard, as it was a very poor display by the West Indies batting, and we know that once Alleyne Matthews and Stephanie Taylor don't really make a lot of runs, and in Pakistan, Sherwin Campbell came to the party. So Alleyne Matthews, the West Indies captain, she opened the innings as usual with Rashada Williams. With the score on 7, Rashada Williams was caught by the wicketkeeper Sanjeewani after bowling of Kavisha for 6. She faced 7 deliveries. She hit 1-4. So Williams was the first to go. She made 6, and the score was on 7. With the score on 75, there's a good partnership between Campbell and Matthews. Matthews, she was out. She made 38 from 53 deliveries, 6 fours, no 6. She was caught by Madhavi after bowling of Kumaria for 38 from 53 deliveries. Campbell went leg before to Kumari for 27 from 51 deliveries, hitting 4-4. Stephanie Taylor, unfortunately, she was run out for 33. It was one of those, on another day, it should not have been run out. She made 33 from 56 deliveries as Ramharack comes into Perera, and she drives through the gap in the offside, diving effort by James. She cannot stop it. Nation circles around from off the cover boundary. They go through for a single. The score now will move up now to 160 for 3. So Sri Lanka are now 160 for 3, needing just a further 36 runs to win the first ODI. 160 for 3. Samarawickrama, who's on 27, comes into strike. Perera is on 32. In fact, it's the end of Ramharack over, so Perera will keep the strike. 160 for 3, just 36 needed, and there's a lot of overs to go. Just 20 overs remaining. We have just completed the 30th over of the Sri Lanka innings. So Samarawickrama, she's on 27. With her at the crease is Perera, who's on 32. Taylor is it to continue from the West for the West Indies. She will bowl into Perera. She stays round the wicket, bowl to Perera, who paddled this down to fine leg. They're gone for 1. It's running very close to these short boundaries. The boundaries are very short. The fielder come around from backward point on the boundary, and they got 2. So West Indies, Sri Lanka now 162 for 3. In over number 31, being bowled by Stephanie Taylor. She's on 34. That's Perera. Samarawickrama is on 27. These boundaries here, they're pulled in the rope so far. There's no reason to pull in the rope thus so far. The match is being played at Amaratura or something like that. I'll get the name of it. Stephanie tossed that one up, and Perera comes onto her front foot and blocked it into the onside, and there is no run. So Sri Lanka remains at 162 for 3. Taylor round the wicket to Perera. And Perera again just blocks it out into the offside. Zayda James at short cover field, and there is no run. Ambantota is the place where the match is played. Taylor round the wicket bowls, and she goes for a flashing drive. That's Perera beaten, goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Well bowled by Taylor there. She just tossed that one up outside the off stump, tempting the batsman woman into a big drive. She took the bait but didn't get the edge. Taylor again bowled to Perera, cuts away, down backward of pointed, running out towards the boundary. Got there now, 4 runs, 166 for 3. It was outside the off stump again, and this one, Perera chose to play it off the back foot. Taylor was just a little short, not as pitched up as a previous delivery, which Perera looks to drive. On this occasion, it was a little short, and she was off the back foot, and she cuts it away. Down backward of point, down to the boundary for 4. 166 now, Sri Lanka for 3. Perera have moved up now to 38, and she's looking very good. She came in at number 5 with a total on what was 103 for 3. Taylor comes into Perera, tossed up outside the half stump. She allows it to go through at the end of the over. At the end of the over, the score is Sri Lanka 166 for 3, replying to West Indies 195 all out. Ainsworth Irish, good to see you. How many overs to go and score, please? I think I would have said that now. 19 overs to go, 166 for 3. Sri Lanka only need a further 32 runs to win, as West Indies was bowled out for 197. 197, Matthews getting 38, Taylor getting 33, Campbell 27. We're the only batsmen, as expected, to make any significant contribution. Well, any contribution, because you will call 38 a significant contribution. Samarika guides this delivery from Ramharack down to backward point. The score remains at 166 for 3. Just guiding that one down to backward point. Ramharack round the wicket, bowl to Samarawickrama, pulls this away, down backward of square leg, straight to Nation on the backward square leg boundary. Or is that Zayda James? It looks to be James. Sends the return in, and 167 for 3. Let's see. As Ramharack now comes in, round the wicket, bowls to Perera, who paddled this away, down backward of square leg again to the same field. Another run. The score moves up to 168. Now, at the end of the over, I'm going to ask a question. Ramharack is it now? And I'm going to look at the West Indies bowling figure. Thank you, Ainsworth Irish. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the inspiring words. Ramharack round the wicket, bowl to Samarika, who swept again down to that same fielder. So there's a lot of work for the fielder on the backward square leg boundary, as the Sri Lanka batsmen are just picking her out there down on the backward square leg boundary. That looks to be Fletcher. She has slimmed down a lot. So for a moment there, I thought it was definitely James. Ramharack round the wicket now, bowled outside the half stump, very close to that wide line. The batswoman Perera allows the delivery to go through, and there is no run. 169 for 3. 27 more needed for victory here by Sri Lanka. Perera second. Ramharack round the wicket, and she paddled this away down to fine leg. She got this one very fine. The previous 3 were square. You're running very close to the boundary. It gets into the boundary now for 4. So she paddled that from just about mid and half stump. If she had misses that, it would have been dead out like before. Just about mid and half stump, she paddled it and got it very fine, and it goes into the fine leg boundary for 4. And the score moves up to 173. So Sri Lanka women closing in on victory here. And this series, I would have said it yesterday, is a very, very important series for World Cup qualification. And I'm just going to show you the table again. I'm just trying to get up the table to show you how the table is. So for direct qualification for the World Cup, the West Indies need to finish in the top 5. Top 6, India, who's the host, is automatic qualifiers, and they are in the top 6. So you'd want to say that West Indies need to finish in the top 6 to go into the World Cup. So this is the state of the table. You can see that West Indies are in 7th spot there. West Indies are in 7th, and Sri Lanka are in 8th. I'm just gonna get off this advert. So Sri Lanka are in 8th by virtue of by West Indies having a higher net run rate. That's the table as Fletcher comes in bowl to Samarawickrama. She's just on the back foot, turns it into mid-wicket. They go through for a single. The score will move up to 174 for 3. So that's the table. As you see the line draw below where India is. So for direct qualification for the World Cup, you have to finish above that line. As things stands now, West Indies, who have played 15 matches, are on 14 points. Sri Lanka, who have played 18 matches, are on 14 points. Now, Sri Lanka appears going to win this one, and so immediately they're going to go above India because they're going to get 2 points for the win, so they're going to go to 16. So they will go into 6th position. West Indies will drop down to 8th position. So the 2 matches coming up after this, because there are 2 other matches in this 3-match series, West Indies definitely need to win those matches and see if they can go to 18 points. For 4, they get 2 points for a win. They'll go to 18, and that will push them above Pakistan, who's currently on 17, and that will take them into 5th position. But at the moment, drop that slip. Up for Fletcher there, just getting the edge of Perera bats, and she's dropped at slip. So that's the table for the moment as we watch. I'm sure that it will take a real miracle for Sri Lanka to lose from here. Ramharack bowls swept, loud appeal, loud. Fletcher getting the wicket there. So Perera going for the sweep shot. It has served them so well. It taken on the pad, leg before. Perera goes for 43. She was dropped the previous delivery at slip by Alleyne, but this time Fletcher pitching up that one full. She went into the sweep shot again, and she was out leg before, pitched up, yes, out leg before. It hit her dead on middle stump. It was going to go on to hit the stump, and so West Indies got the breakthrough. Well done, 174 for 4. They need a further 22 to win. Can they pull it off? Can miracle happen here today? Can we have a miracle here today? Who is in favor of a miracle? I am always in favor of a miracle. Can it happen? So that one was pitched up. Perera looking for the sweep shot. Misses as she has swept all morning. She has been batting with a broom all morning. And this time she misses the spot. And she was out leg before to Fletcher. So Fletcher has been bowling well. That's her 2nd wicket. She got 2. Alleyne is the next successful West Indies bowler. Alleyne got 2 wickets thus far. So pitched up there, looking to sweep, and she was out. So I'm going to go through the West Indies bowling card because I need to make a point here. And it is very important. The new batswoman is Da Silva. Yes, Da Silva is the new batswoman. She comes in at 6. She has her average has just come off the screen, but she's at number 6. So she will be partnering with Samarawickrama, who is on 30. So Da Silva as Fletcher, 2 slips, goes down, comes in bulge, and she swept this away. Down backward of square leg, beat the 2 fielder at mid-wicket and backward of square leg into the boundary for 4. So immediately Da Silva, she came out with the broom and she swept it away down backward of square leg for 4. The score is now 178 for 4. Da Silva is on 4. At the end of the over, Sri Lankan women are 178 for 4, replying to West Indies 195 all out. And they are large and in charge at this moment. So here is it. Connell bowled 5 overs, none for 27. Henry, 3 overs, none for 21. Expensive again. Ailey Matthews, none for 33 from her 5 overs. Unusually expensive. She hasn't got a wicket. That too is unusual. Charisma Ramharack, 5 overs for 23 runs. Not bad. Fletcher, 5 overs, 2 for 27. Alleyne, 6 overs, 2 for 22. She has been by far the most impressive of the bowlers. Stephanie Taylor, 4 overs, none for 16. Not bad. West Indies have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bowlers. 7 bowlers. As Connell comes back in over the wicket, bowled to Samarawickrama, who stands up and strokes this to the fielder at backward point, who made a good stop there, and there is no run. That's Campbelle just diving away to her right. Good stop by Campbelle. 78 for 4, the score remains as Connell comes back into the attack. So Zayda James played in this team. She batted at 9, not 7. As Connell bowled to Samarawickrama, who plays this into the covers. Oh, what's rubbish there? Absolutely rubbish from the fielder at cover. That's number 50. Or is it the captain herself? The ball was played short cover and the fielder picked up the ball. It looks to be Matthews. Let's see. So Connell ball to Samarawickrama. She plays it off the back foot. The batsman was going nowhere. Alleyne Matthews picked up the ball and shied so hard at the stump. No one could have been backing up because she was so near to the stump. You get the feelings that Alleyne Matthews just want to come off the field. I got that feeling from that because she just picked up the ball and threw it away for 4. She was feeling at an extra cover. Samarawickrama came on the back foot, strokes the ball. She's a left-hander. She strokes it out to Alleyne Matthews at short extra cover. And she just picked it up and shied it at the stump at the non-striker end. The batswoman was well in her crease and it went away down to the boundary for 4 extra runs. So I do not know. 182 for 4. Maybe, just maybe, Alleyne Matthews realizing that West Indies not going to win this match and just want to come off the field. I cannot describe it any other way. Connell round the wicket bowls to Samarawickrama, who plays it out to the field at backward point, and there is no run. Thank you, Gerard Mead. Welcome. That's a no ball by Connell. So there's a free hit here. It was a no ball. So Connell overstepping. Thank you very much, Gerard Mead. Good for you to be here. And it was a very, very tight call, but it was a no ball nonetheless. It was very tight. So free hit here, 183 for 4. Free hit. Connell round the wicket to Samarawickrama. Outside the stump, and she hit this high in the air. Over backward square leg. It goes into the boundary for 4. Or was it 6? Let's watch the signal from the umpire. It was very close. It was a free hit and she hit it high in the air. Over backward square leg for 4. She just swung across the line and it went away. What you call a deep mid-wicket, wide, deep mid-wicket. Cow corner you will call that. And it goes away 1 bounce for 4. So 187 now, and West Indies just really losing it now. They're really losing it as 9 required by Sri Lanka. Round the wicket to Samarawickrama, short pulls through to the wicket keeper. Wide signal by the umpire, 188. So it was short. She ducked in that one. It was short, and she looked to pull it. Indra Sapakota. The people of the West Indies implement for making new cricket teams like Barbados cricket team, Jamaica cricket team, like a country. No, we are going to stick together, Sapokata. We are going to stick together. Round the wicket, ball, outside the stump, cuts away. It's a dynamic situation. It is far more dynamic than you think. Back and comes in, and there's a return comes in, 190 now for 4. So Samarawickrama just cutting that away and getting 190 for 4 Sri Lanka. For example, Indra Sapakota, if we have our own team, like Jamaica have their own team, Barbados have their own team, what those teams are getting from Cricket West Indies as a collective now, financially, they won't get it from the ICC. That's one pull away down back with a square leg, short by Connell, and she pull it away down back with a square leg for 4. So Sri Lanka just need 2 runs to win now. 2 runs to win. This has been a very, very sloppy, indisciplined performance from the West Indies women team. And something need to be done. This women team need to be reined in. It needs to be reined in. I have a lot of time for Alleyne Matthews as a cricketer. A lot of time. I have a lot of respect for Anne Brown for what she had done for West Indies cricket. But surely, this team needs to be reined in because the leadership of this team is very poor. It is very poor. This team is going from bad to worse, especially with the selection. You realize that after this team was selected, there was no press conference, no interaction between the media and the selectors. None whatsoever. You realize that we have not heard anything about this women team. What is happening? What is happening to our women cricket? As Fletcher comes in bowl to Samarawickrama, who pulls that away down to cow corner, all along the ground, into the boundary. Sri Lanka won and will go up to 16 points and will go above that line for direct qualification to the Women World Cup. Something needs to be done about this women team. Now, I am going to say it to you right now. If Zayda James is batting at number 9, West Indies used 7 bowlers. She batted at 9, and West Indies used 7 bowlers, and she was not one of the 7 bowlers. What is her role in the team? She didn't bowl, and she batted at number 9. And she's a young lady, probably 18, 19, 20. And I'm not here to bash the young lady. I'm not bashing the young lady. I am not saying that she should not be in the squad. I would not have picked her, but that's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that if you play the young lady, she must have a definitive role. You cannot be batting the young lady at number 9 and yet still you use 7 bowlers and she has not bowled. That clearly tells me that she should not have been in the team. She should not have been in the squad. And we need explanation for this selection. But we cannot get any explanation for this selection because this West Indies women team doesn't speak to the press. They're above. They're above and we are beneath. We are not the supporters. No, they are allowed unto themselves, it appears, that this West Indies women team. For we clearly do not know what is happening. They do not speak to the press. So Sri Lanka winning the first ODI against the West Indies by 6 wickets. Athapaththu won the toss, asked West Indies to take first strike, and West Indies were bowled out for 195. Ailey Matthews made 38, Stephanie Taylor made 33, and Charmaine Campbelle made 27. Sri Lanka, in reply, made 198 for 4. Alleyne got 2 for 21, and Fletcher got 2 wickets. They were the only West Indies bowlers to get any wicket. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure, and I will be back later with some World Cup news. Take care. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye for now. Glad that you are tuning in.